Imagine a world where children's laughter echoes through forests instead of the sound of video games through living rooms, where muddy knees are badges of honor and where screen time is replaced with green time. In 2018, a shocking study revealed that the average British child spent less time outdoors than a prison inmate. Yeah, you heard that right. While prisoners are guaranteed at least 1 hour of outdoor time a day, many of our children are getting far less than that. But what if there was a way to change this? What if we could rewild childhood, bringing back the joy of outdoor exploration and this thrill of unstructured play? Enter the Wild Network. Founded in 2013, this UK-based organization is on a mission to do just that. Their motto, wild time, not screen time. It's a simple phrase that packs a powerful punch in our increasingly digital world. In this video, we'll talk about the story of the Wild Network, how it started, what it's doing, and why its work matters more now than ever before. We'll explore how this group is not just changing childhoods, but potentially reshaping our entire relationship with the natural world. So are you ready to step into nature's playground? Let's begin our journey into the wild. The year was 2013. Smartphones were becoming ubiquitous. Tablets were the hot new gadget, and social media was reshaping how we interact. But amidst this digital revolution, a group of concerned individuals in the UK noticed a troubling trend. Children were becoming increasingly disconnected from nature. Enter the Wild Network. Born from this growing concern, its founders asked a simple yet powerful question. What if we could make nature a central part of every child's life? The network's mission was clear from the start, encapsulated in their catchy motto, wild time, not screen time. It wasn't about demonizing technology, but rather about finding that balance, ensuring that the digital world didn't completely overshadow the natural one. But how do you kickstart a movement like this? How do you get an entire nation talking about children's relationship with nature? The answer came in the form of Project Rewilding, a thought-provoking documentary released by the Wild Network. It wasn't just a nature film, it was a wake-up call, a mirror held up to society, showing the stark reality of children's disconnect from the outdoors. The documentary followed a father's journey to understand and change his family's relationship with nature. It asked uncomfortable questions. Why are our kids spending more time with screens than trees? What are the consequences of this shift? And most importantly, what can we do about it? Project Rewilding struck a chord. It sparked conversations in living rooms, classrooms, and Parliament Hills across the UK. Suddenly, everyone was talking about forest schools, nature play, and the importance of outdoor experiences for child development. The Wild Network had achieved its first major goal. They'd brought the issue into the national spotlight. But this was just the beginning. The real work of rewilding childhood was about to begin. How much time do you spend outdoors as compared to kids today? Share your experiences and your thoughts in the comments below. With the conversation started, the Wild Network didn't rest on its laurels. They knew that the awareness was just the first step. To truly rewild childhood, they needed to provide practical tools and push for systemic change. Let's explore 3 of their key initiatives that are making waves across the UK. First up, Wild Time, the app. It's a brilliant move in fighting fire with fire. The Wild Network created a digital tool to combat digital overuse. Ironic, perhaps, effective, absolutely. The Wild Time app is like having a nature playground in your pocket. It helps families find outdoor activities near them, suggests age-appropriate nature games, and even has a timer to track your wild time. Whether you have 10 minutes or 10 hours, the app has ideas to get you and your kids outside. It's turning screen time into green time, one family at a time. But the Wild Network knows that real change needs to happen where children spend most of their time, and that's at school. That's why they've been forging partnerships with educational institutions across the UK. These partnerships are bringing nature-based learning into the curriculum. Imagine math lessons taught through counting leaves, or literature classes held under the canopy of an old oak tree. It's not just about being outdoors, even though that's amazing. It's about integrating nature into every aspect of learning. These programs are showing that nature isn't just a subject. It's a classroom in itself. Lastly, the Wild Network understands that to create lasting change, they need to work at the policy level. They've become vocal advocates, pushing for changes that support outdoor play and learning. They're lobbying for more green spaces in urban areas, advocating for forest school programs, and even challenging rigid school policies that might limit outdoor time. Their message to policymakers is clear. Children's access to nature is not a luxury, it's a necessity. From apps to classrooms to parliament, the Wild Network is working on all fronts to rewild our childhoods. They're not just dreaming of a world where children are reconnecting with nature, they are actively building it, one initiative at a time. So, hey, if you're loving this deep dive into nature therapy movements, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and make sure that you share this video with someone who needs a little rewilding themselves. As we've seen, the Wild Network has been busy planting the seeds of change across the UK. But what fruits has this labor borne? And where might these seeds spread next? Let's explore the impact of the Wild Network and peer into its promising future. Since its inception, the Wild Network has seen its membership grow exponentially. What started as a small group of concerned individuals has blossomed into a diverse community of families, educators, and organizations. From parents seeking weekend adventure ideas to teachers revolutionizing their classrooms, the Wild Network has become a melting pot of wild enthusiasts. This growing movement isn't just about numbers, it's about real, tangible changes in children's lives. Research partnered with the Wild Network has shown promising results. Children engaged in their programs are reporting improved physical fitness, better concentration in school, and perhaps, most importantly, a greater sense of happiness and well-being. And honestly, who doesn't want more of that? One head teacher in London even noted, since implementing more outdoor learning, we've seen a marked decrease in behavioral issues and an increase in student engagement. The children are more curious, more cooperative, and frankly, more alive. But the impact of the Wild Network isn't confined to the shores of the UK. Their message is resonating globally, inspiring similar movements worldwide. From Rewild childhood initiatives in Australia to nature play programs here in Canada, the idea is spreading like wildfire. The network has begun collaborating with international organizations, sharing their experiences and resources. They're not just rewilding British childhood, they're at the forefront of a global movement to reconnect children with nature. Looking to the future, the Wild Network has set ambitious goals. They aim to make wild time a measurable health indicator, much like a 5 a day for fruits and vegetables. They're exploring partnerships with health services to prescribe nature time for children's well-being. There is so much incredible stuff that's going on. There's also talk of a wild school certification, recognizing educational institutions that prioritize nature-based learning. And with climate change at the forefront of global concerns, they're positioning outdoor education as a key tool in raising environmentally conscious citizens. The path ahead for the Wild Network is as wild and promising as the nature they champion. As our world grapples with increasing digitization and environmental challenges, their mission to rewild childhood isn't just admirable, it's essential. In the words of the Wild Network's founder, we're not just changing childhoods, we're nurturing the next generation of nature stewards. And in doing so, we might just be changing the future of our planet. As we've journeyed through the story of the Wild Network, we've witnessed a powerful truth unfold. Nature isn't just nice to have in our children's life, it is a must-have. In a world where screens dominate the concrete jungle expansion, the Wild Network stands as a beacon of hope. They remind us that the rustle of leaves, the feel of grass under bare feet, and the thrill of climbing trees are not relics of the past, but essential elements of a healthy and happy childhood. Their work isn't just about getting kids outdoors, it's about nurturing a generation that is physically healthier, mentally stronger, and deeply connected to the natural world. As screen time continues to dominate, initiatives like the Wild Network become not valuable, but vital. But the story doesn't end here. In fact, this is actually where you come in. The rewilding of childhood isn't just a task for organizations or schools, it's a mission for us all. As parents, as teachers, as community leaders, and yes, even as children themselves. Every minute spent in nature, every muddy adventure, every curious question about the world around us, it all counts. So here's my challenge to you. Take a step into the wild. It does not have to be a big expedition. It could be as simple as a walk in your local park, planting a seed in your backyard, or even just lazing around and cloud watching from your window. But if you're ready to dive a little bit deeper into the healing powers of nature, why not try a forest bathing session? Our friends at Project Rewild and the Forest Bathing Society are offering a free session to help you experience the transformative effects of nature firsthand. You'll find the link down in the description below. Remember, every journey into nature, no matter how small, is a step towards rewilding. It's a step towards a healthier, happier, and more connected world. So are you ready to step into the wild? The great outdoors is calling, and it is time for you to answer. Until I see you again in the forest, remember I love you.